Hey, good morning, guys. So as you know, the end of the semester is kind of upon us here. We have two major things to kind of get finished up, so I'm going to talk through them just a little bit, and then I'm also going to kind of give you some reminders about how I approach end of term grading here. All right. So the two big things on the table still are Wisdom Riders. All right, and then the night, finishing up the book. The learning checks, and then the final next week. All right, so that's going to occupy pretty much all of our time next week. Okay, and so with that, those are two big items. All right, that need to be completed. Particularly is important evidence for when you go to select and support your grade at the end of the term. Hopefully, you remember that from last semester. Essentially, you will have an opportunity with what I call my learning my story to kind of write your story a little bit and to make your case for a grade based upon the evidence that you have kind of collected and compiled over the course of the semester. All right, and so with that, time is not too late. When you look at Skyward, you're going to see one of three things. You're going to see a zero, which means it's missing. Okay. You're going to see a point 0.7, which means there's an invitation there to revise and resubmit. All right. And then you're going to see a 1 there. And if it's a 1, you're done. All right. You reached where I needed you to be with that particular task or learning check. All right. So that's how I want you to view Skyward. If it so happens that there's something in Skyward um, that does not reflect what you believe it should, then that's where you need to reach out to me, and we need to make sure that I haven't missed something, and so we can kind of figure that out. The other thing to think about there, and I've tried to reiterate this and reinforce this a number of times. Skyward is not your grade, all right? It's not my grade book. It's a record keeping tool that we use, okay? And while there is a percentage there, an unavoidable circumstance, something or consequence, something that I just can't get around because of the program, um, it is not necessarily your grade. All right, your grade will come to life when you and I come to an agreement. All right, you'll have an opportunity to make your case. I will look at your case. I will also examine the evidence, and if I find myself in agreement, then that will be your grade. If I find myself not in agreement, all right, I will propose back to you what needs to happen in order for that grade to go on and make it onto your transcript. Okay, so I guess the point of this is, things are upon us. Things are going to come to a close rather quickly. And while we might be running out of energy, and I think we've all gotten a little um, uh, just worn out and fatigued by this approach, and we're looking forward to the hybrid model or what's next. All right, but we still have work ahead of us, and we still have to finish up what we've begun. All right, so with that, let's find some energy this next week. All right, let's get some things done. Let's get some things in. Okay. And with that, if you still need clarification on how we're going to grade things or how things are going to come to a close here, please reach out, and I'll do my best to clear it up for you. All right. So with that, let's get some stuff done this week. Okie dokie, or this next week. All right. Peace out, my friend.